Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Shh! I'm trying to listen to the silence, the influence of something else. But I've sensed the evil in them. They aren't capable of planning to be evil. It must be their poison. It must. I was so sure. Well, there goes that theory. Tell me, you may be less biased than someone like me. Do you sense anything in the tainted forest? Anything at all? I'm not convinced, but this does throw a gnome wrench into things. I don't believe that there is such a thing as evil. Look at me. I was raised to believe Kinos was a horrible place filled with mindless drones. Once I came of age, I realized that the Overlord's minions were spreading lies. Moved is such a polite way to say it. I betrayed Freeport to do what I felt in my heart was right, and yet not everyone in Kinos accepts me or my decision. So I came here, where I could help remove this island's taint. The honorable Kinosians won't work with me, so I've had to devise my own theories. We all make mistakes. Hopefully this is not a mistake I'll live to regret. Are you willing to help me test another theory? The tainted forest is key. Look for the forest keeper, a treant who lives in a nook in the hillside just beyond these trees. It was a guardian of this place and has resisted the taint. It may be willing to speak to you. It chooses not to speak to a betrayer like me. It's up to us to find the answers. They're never handed to us.
Yeah.
I must remain strong and vigilant against this. I will not give in to the corruption. Who's that? Oh, that betrayer. She should go back to Freeport. Yes, I was once a forest keeper, maintaining this wood. But look around you. The other treants have succumbed to the evil that pervades this island. They've become ghosts, trapped between this life and their rebirth. Trapped in those ghostly forms, they are contributing to the decay of the forest. I've been able to stave off the taint myself, but with so many of my brethren gone, it gets more and more difficult. They must be set free, so that they can be reborn into the earth. Without rebirth, there will be no living saplings.
Nya. Nya. Nya.
I must remain strong and vigilant against this. I will not...
Oh! Ja! 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 Ja!
I must remain strong and vigilant against...
No! Ja! No! Yeah! 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 Oh! Yeah! 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 Oh! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
I must remain strong and vigilant against this. I will not give in to the... Alas, the decay runs too deep. You must learn what horrors those naughty goblins have released. There are still a few of them that are as yet untainted at the last stand, northeasterly of here. Speak to the soothsayer there. He may have ideas. We were friends in the old days.
Hello.
The samples have been examined and my worst fear has been realized. A poisonous mist clings to the tissue, eating and controlling it. I suspect necromancy, but from whom? That I do. My best guess is that the goblin leader High Chieftain Grex is involved. He is the most powerful and influential figure to the goblins. If he were somehow corrupted, the goblins would follow any orders he demanded. First things first, we need to break through to the goblin village. I have assigned this duty to cleric Mara Vane. Seek her out and see how you can help. She can be found at the head of Dead Canyon to the west.
Well met. Yeah.
Hello.
Why, hello there. I was just sitting here, waiting for the boat to Kinos. Oh, I'm going there to meet my father. He dropped me off on this island because he was afraid our boat wouldn't make the trip. I begged him to stay, but he said he had urgent news for Kinos. I'm not quite sure. He was in such a hurry that he never told me. Also, I may have been a little distracted by his ship. It was really amazing. Well, because it was underwater, of course. Have you ever seen a boat that runs beneath the waves? I certainly haven't. It was such genius. I spent the entire voyage inspecting it. I'm certain he hadn't planned on it falling below the surface. It's just another example of our curse, I suppose. Surely you've heard of the Wobblecog family curse of miscalculation. No? No. I suppose you haven't, have you? Well, it doesn't appear that the boat is here yet. I imagine I've got time to tell you about our curse if you'd like to hear it. Very well. It began long ago in Achenon, when the king decided to hold a contest. It was grand. The king invited everyone to make a clockwork king, and the one that most resembled him would win. The two favored inventors were my ancestor, Teazic and an ingenious but maligned tinkerer named Meldrath. They both submitted their designs, and after much deliberation, it was found that the Wobblecog plan provided a much more accurate interpretation of the king. Teazic's clockwork became the royal doppelganger, of course, and Meldrath became infuriated. He placed a curse on my family that has lasted every generation from then onward. He cursed us with miscalculation. It's nearly driven my family to madness. We are the most ingenious inventors, you see. We have truly inspired ideas, but cannot ever see them through to completion because we fumble some inane formula. Oh, it is. Take my father, for instance. We thought he had finally overcome the curse when he made that boat. Oh, it looked so beautiful, and was more complete than any other Wobblecog invention has been in centuries. Then, as soon as we got it out in the ocean, it sunk like a rock. Who knew iron wouldn't float? Luckily, my father had compensated for the curse. He knew something was bound to go wrong, so he completely encapsulated the boat, making it watertight just in case something went awry. Sure enough, the moment she left the berth, the ticking tock fell straight to the sea floor. Oh yes, there were several waterproof whirligigs set up in a Flagnuvian configuration to displace the Maganominal Nognards. So, here I am, sitting on the dock with all of the extra Huh? Oh, this seems to be a bit of a problem. I'm missing the extra parts that my father asked me to collect. Oh no, this is disastrous. I can't leave the dock because I'll miss the boat, and I can't go to Kino's without those parts. Oh, what am I going to do? You do that? For me? Oh, thank you very, very much. I'll stay here and ask the boat captain to wait for you to return, should he come. Now, I'm missing 3 parts, and I have no idea where they could be. I know they're on the island, somewhere. I'm missing a size 7 clunker, a copper-coated springer, and a triangle spinner. If you could find them and bring them to me, I'd be forever grateful. I need all the parts. I can't leave without them, and luckily the boat to Kino's hasn't showed up yet. Please, help me find all the parts. I need all the parts. I can't leave without them, and luckily the boat to Kino's hasn't showed up yet.
Well met. At your service. At your service. Well met. Greetings, traveler. Well met. At your service.
You're dead, and it finds you. Final death comes at last. Final death comes at last. Your eyes are so pretty. Finds you. Rest in peace. Your eyes are so pretty. Rest in peace. Your blood calls to me. Final death comes at last. Seek death, and it finds you. Seek death, and it finds you. Final death comes at last. Final death comes at last. Final death comes at last.
With you.
Final death comes at last. Final death comes at last. Rest in peace. Seek death, and it finds you. Rest in peace.
promises us, and his promises is kept. Forest keeper, big tree. Yes, wait for you, big tree. Big promise. Water is needed, yes. Three waters fallen from the skies and the roots from beneath. Fetch the waters, gather the roots. No more to say. Big tree send you me to help. Big tree keeps promise. Bring waters and root first. Then it will I do. Must bring to me. No more will I say. Greg promises us, and his promises. Waiting for hero we are, but the great balancing is not ready.